Hello, I'm Nissan Robinson, the real estate expert, and today we're going to talk about flipping houses. Flipping houses is when you purchase a property and you restore the property and sell the property for a higher value than what you purchased it and you make money. That's essentially what flipping houses is. If you watch these TV shows, they make it seem very easy to flip houses, like they just go find a house, refurbish it, sell it, and make tens of thousands of dollars real simple. Let me explain to you, it's not that simple. One, finding a flip. This is by far the hardest part about flipping a home. The other two parts is not that hard. When you find an ugly house in a beautiful neighborhood, you just found yourself a potential flip. Now the question is getting that property for a price that makes sense. Because just because you find an ugly house in a beautiful neighborhood, if you pay too much, you can end up losing on a flip. You gotta know your stuff. If you're a real estate agent or don't have a real estate agent, you're gonna need a real estate agent. If you're a real estate agent, you know this, you can do it yourself. But if you don't, if you're not a real estate agent, you need to go get a real estate agent to give you what is called comparables, also known as comps. You need to know what the properties are selling in that neighborhood for, so you can know when you see a property, what they're asking for to purchase a property. You could go and have a licensed contractor and a crew go in and tell you how much it's going to cost to bring this house back up to its glory days and looking very nice and pretty. You look at what you purchased a property for, throw out a number. Let's say the property you're getting for $50,000. You talk to your realtor, he shows you the comps. When these properties are restored, it sells for $150,000. So, you know, okay, it's a $100,000 swing there. And I could buy the property for $50,000. They sell for $150,000 when they completely rehab. Now you get a contractor to go in. The contractor tell you, I can fully rehab that property for $50,000. So now you have all your variables. One, I could purchase the property for $50,000. The contractor will rehab this property for $50,000. So it'll be a $100,000 investment. Now when I sell this property, it will sell for possibly $150,000, leaving a $50,000 profit. That means you have a flip on your hand, but you still have to keep in mind a couple of things. You will still have to pay, if you're not a realtor to sell that property. So add in the commission. Typically a commission will be 6%. So when you factor in the commission all paying a realtor for selling property, deduct that, plus what you call holding costs. Holding costs are the costs you're going to incur by holding the property. The months while they rehabbing the property, the insurance that's going to cost you for holding it. The water bill is going to cost you, for holding it. The lights and gas is going to cost you by holding the property. All these things is going to factor in. So after you get your number and you throw some numbers around, you say, wait, paying the realtors their commission, my holding cost, that shit equals $20K because I'm going to flip it in 3 months. If you do all your numbers and your numbers are close to being right and flips, if you did that flip, you will make yourself $30,000 off that flip. That means you have a flip on your hands. Because making 30 grand in 3 months off a flip is well worth it. Especially if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flips at the same time, which I know people who actually do. And you can see how you can make a ton of money. In 3 months, 5 flips, $150,000 you just made. But that's the essence of flipping houses. Know your numbers, know your market, and know what to purchase the house for. Know how much it's going to cost to rehab the house. Know how much your holding cost is going to be. Do the math. If the number you're happy with walking away with makes sense, buy the property and flip the property. I'm Nissan Robinson, and that's how to flip houses.